I wound up, I think, 9th place overall. Anyway, we'll get to this video. We have the iRacing Sprint setup loaded. We are looking at a target time of 149.3 for a lap time around VIR Full. And I'm hoping to be within a second and a half of that. I don't know if I'll get there this video, but this week before I start racing. I will give you some pointers. I'm clearly not the fastest guy around here. I can help out some beginners though. You know, if you're just starting off in this car, I can probably give you some pointers around this track. So here we go. If you've never done VIR, it's a fantastic track. I find it pretty technical with some of the bumps, transitions. I've been to this track 3 times in real life. Never the full course, South twice, and Patriot course once. So South course right here, you would take a right up the hill. So I never have done this part of the track in real life, which I'm quite sad about because it feels so much fun. Oh, so very sensitive with off track right there. We'll complete this lap, get a feel for the setup in the car, and then I'll give you some pointers around this track. So no surprise, just like last week, the sprint setup feels a little bit loose, slides around quite a bit. Alright, so coming down to turn 1, I usually brake about like 4.5, 4 once the tires warm up even a little more. Wait for the bump, get on the throttle. Usually. Sorry about that. Extra loose. So, since we're talking about setups, so one thing I really don't like about the sprint setup at this track, it's just a little too loose for my liking. I cannot get on the throttle when I want to confidently. I'm sure there are some people that love this, the way, how loose this setup is. I'm not one of those. We're gonna go to session best lap for this. I had it on comparison. Come on. Try and stick to that inside curb. I upshift to 3rd pretty quickly. Trail brake into here. Get on the gas pretty hard, but be careful, because in that compression, you can lose the rear quite easily. So braking at the 4, forward, start trailing off the brakes, stay to the inside of the curb. Hit the bump, then get on the throttle. I stay to the right edge of the track here. Trail, I would like to be closer to that inside curb. Then I could get on the power sooner. So I'm second, I upshift to third, on the throttle a little more aggressively through here. That was a better run through there. Do let off. You can. Some people can go flat through there. I don't. Actually catch 2 downshifts here. Roll on pretty hard and it rotates the car for the exit. Here I trail quite a while, and then I try and really get close to that tree so I can get on the gas early and get a good run down this straightaway, because it is a long straightaway. So I use this dirt patch, beginning of the dirt patch, as my brake marker, and I slowly trail off. I am cautious there, because if you come even a little too fast, you can slide off the track very easily. So there's pretty good. Tires are warmed up now. I can go full throttle out of there. One more lap. So let's start bringing it in while you're trail braking. Bump on throttle. Rear end walks around on you. I try and keep it in third, get close to this curve, and then you can get on the throttle hard. Go down to second, clip the inside of this curve. Depending on my drive out of here, sometimes I'll short shift fourth, sometimes I'll keep it in third. So if we go flat through here, it's it just makes this section a little sketchy. So trail in, now I can get on the gas real hard for the exit. Be careful on that outside curb. I mean, you put a wheel in the dirt, you'll get a 1X. So about beginning mid patch, brake hard, and then I start rolling off. Short shift to third. Careful with the throttle, as you can see. There's big compression here. See? You're just a little offline. I lost my drive. I started spinning the rears and I had to let off. Alright. So we're looking at best time.
51.7. Sector 3 is 0.5 off your best.
151.641. That is the iRacing sprint setup. We'll switch it up this week and we will do Craig's setup shop next. And our optimal right now is a 151.036. So I spun a little bit. Watch how it kills your time. Be patient in that section with your throttle application. You're a little offline. You get too greedy with the throttle, it could certainly mess you up. So far about half a second off our best in our out lap though. My rule is to try and be within at least 1 second of my average lap times, I'd say, on my out lap. All right, it's almost flat. I lifted a little bit. All right, here comes our first hot lap. Craig's setup shot. Could have gotten on the gas a little sooner. That was pretty clean. So I lift a little bit over this curve. Downshift to 5th, trail here, trail again. Then you can get on the gas pretty hard, rotate the car. Setup feels very good. Just feels solid. Slides around just enough. I like it.
Sector 2 time is quick.
So I'm not hard braking the whole way into this turn. I trail brake a lot. Simply, I feel like that's a high risk area. Oh, I messed that up. Took a little too much curve. Got one more lap. So 151.0.
Just done at 151.1. Your pace is good in sectors 1 and 2. Sector 3 time is quick.
Alright, I'm going to try and get inside a little more. There we go. Shift to 3rd. Could take a little bit of this curve, but I'll get an off track. Yeah, that felt good. I just feel like I can attack the track much more aggressively with this setup. Throttle a little bit. Trail brake, get tight in so I can get on the gas hard. Ooh, it actually was slow through there. I think I was braking a little too much, scrubbed off too much speed. Shift to 3rd so I can get on the throttle pretty hard. Should gain a good amount of time here since we messed up on our last lap. So just under half a second quicker. 150.
Was at 150.6. Your times are good in all 3 sectors.
You heard Jim. 150.637. Now time for VRS. So I do feel like VRS is set up. It's usually feels a little more stable. I feel like I can just go a little faster with Craig's lately. We'll see. So bump. First lap, gonna be a little cautious with throttle application here. Pretty good run. Wide. Had to really delay getting on the throttle. That's pretty impressive though. This is the first lap. This is my out lap. So feels good. Again, you're looking for the stability. It seems like now 2 weeks in a row, VRS has that. Craig's setup is just a little looser, but seems to suit my driving style. I mean, look at that outlap though. I mean, something to be said about that too. I was, I think, what, 0.7 off my previous best. Well, that bump's a killer. Ooh. One thing you may want to consider too around VIR, because of all, if you attack the curves like I do, stability is pretty important. So, something to be said about that with Craig, with VRS setup. Flat, no way, just enough wheel spin to rotate the car, but nothing out of control. 0.2 slower.
You've just done a 150.8, sector 3 times okay.
So here I like to get on the inside of the curve and trail out. Bring it back in, get on the throttle hard. Short shift here, get on the throttle pretty aggressive. Lift a little bit. Wide open, but took a little too much curve, killed my drive a bit. Here I stay flat, but I lift right at this apex. Then downshift, just keep it tight to the right side of the track. That section is sketchy. If you come in there too hot, I mean, you're a goner. I put VRS last. I was gonna put VRS first before Craig's setup, but I don't know. I was wondering, just getting more practice by doing Craig's setup last, but I don't know. A little too hot, and still. there you have it.
Just done a 151.0. You're currently 0.4 off your
It was
best.
really a
Sector 1 is a 10th off your best.
150.998.
Sector
Wasn't
2 is
exactly a
0.3 off your
151.
best. Sector 3
But
time is fast.
my overall thoughts for this week, Craig's setup shop was faster for me personally, and why? It just feels a little looser, and it just gives me a little bit more rotation. Whereas VRS, their setup seems a little more stable, but I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to go do a couple more laps, not like my last video and just end it. I'm going to go do probably, I don't know, 5 to 8 laps, and I'll report back after I do those and let you know my thoughts, because this one's pretty close. If I had to stop it here, I would say, again, Craig setup shop, I mean, both the Cup Car and VRS, and I have no affiliation with them. I'm paying for both right now out of pocket, so that has no bearing on my decision making here. Obviously, I'm not trying to make one win over the other. So I'll be back.
Sector 2 is a 10th off your best. Sector 1 time is good. fast. Sector 3 is 2.
Hey guys, so I just finished up doing a couple more laps after I left you guys at lap 10 here. If you can see my mouse, my cursor here. So this was a string of VRS laps, and this was a string of Craig's Setup Shop. So I stopped a little short with Craig's Setup Shop, and you could probably see why if you look at the string of numbers, right? So our fast lap was lap 12. We did a 150.540. And then we had a 51, a 50, high 50, another high 50, and then a 151.9. Then we loaded up Craig's setup, 150.440, fastest lap I've done yet, 150.6, 150.461, and a 150.656. And I just simply stopped because I am so much more consistent and confident with Craig's setup that I didn't have to go any further. I will be doing more practice, obviously. I'll probably log in tonight and do some official practice sessions. So if you see me out there, message me, say hi. I'd love to meet some other iRacers out there. And yeah, I just figured I'd do another one of these because I enjoy doing them. I'm just curious to see, you know, how you're paying for a setup. Does it really make a difference? And it is. I mean, if you look at the difference I've showed you guys 2 weeks in a row now from the standard sprint setup to a paid setup. Now, I'm not saying you can't start to set up your own car, which that's coming shortly. I'm going to take that sprint setup and start tweaking it. I'm basically collecting data now between how VRS sets their cars up and how Craig's Setup Shop does as a learning tool. All right, so each week I'm going to look at them. Again, I can't share that with you because obviously you just be able to copy it, but I'm looking at the differences, seeing what I like, what I don't like, and then once I compile enough data, maybe I'll do a video on actual 911 Cup car setup and walk you through some of the differences, what this setting does. And um, tire pressure seems pretty standard. That doesn't really get messed with. So it's more about camber and what spring perch offset, I believe it is. So yeah, anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe my video if you like this video. Um, and send me a message, comment. Like I said, hope to see you guys out there and race with you. And if you do see me out there, send me a message. Thank you.